enough time to get those bets in from the primetime games. Lots of action today on the hoops. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru is give you live free picks from the current numbers. Let's take a look at our crew for today. We got Brian Bitler on the show. Bitler doing well in the hoops, in NBA and college hoops. Jeff Jeter will join us. Joanne Fritz makes his debut. You see him at top of the leaderboards. Welcome, Joanne.
Welcome. What's going on?
All right, and we've got Joe Duffy in the center square. Chris Ruffalo will serve as the co-host. Goran, doing well up there on those leaderboards in the soccer. We'll get some English Premier picks from Goran. And, of course, Joe D'Amico from sunny Las Vegas.
Sunny Las Vegas. I'm telling you right now, I took time out of taking some sunshine by the pool. Actually, just wearing a Speedo from the waist down. Very, very happy that we are heating up here in Vegas. Everybody's picks. Brian's on fire. Jobin, welcome. I know I see everybody on the leaderboards, and we have the most elite group of handicappers anywhere on the planet, Tony. And I'm very excited about this show. I'm very excited about this weekend's picks. I can't wait to get started.
Can't wait to get started. All right, let's go and bring in my co-host, Chris Ruffalo. He's been smoking in college hoops. Ready for another big day, Chris? Oh, we just lost our sound. We lost the sound. Check your mute.
There we go. No, it's
there
all right.
We go.
Get started. I'm so excited that I shut off my mic before I didn't want to be too loud coming in here. So, but now let's get started.
All right, let's get started. We don't want you to take any Brian Bitler's time. Bitler, we're going to give you your full time now, okay? How you doing, Brian?
Oh, man, I'm not used to leading off on Fridays. You guys caught me off guard. At least
I did catch you off guard. I'm sorry. We'll bring it back when it's your turn. I just want to see if you're awake over there. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to start the show off with Joe Duffy. So let's go ahead and bring in Joe Duffy. As we move here on the fly here. I thought this was Monday. Someone forgot to tell me it was Friday. Joe Duffy, it's Friday.
Yeah.
All right. How's it going?
I never know what day it is. Yeah, I'm working on my Paul Lynn imitation so I can really earn this center square. But it is Friday. We got a huge weekend ahead of us. Of course, the better-looking Jody, not only is the better-looking Jody, but I was all excited walking my dog. I thought it was nice weather, almost 50 degrees and sunny. And he has to come on and tell me it's 70 degrees in Las Vegas.
Sunny and 70 degrees in Las Vegas, no question about that. It's getting warm out here on the West Coast. All right, Joe, you're going to look at this Bulls game. Boy, this line has moved a bit here. Chicago Bulls at Oklahoma City Thunder, 8 Eastern time, NBA Link Pass channel to televise. It looks like the Thunder now a 2-point favorite. Total sits at 225.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. The Bulls have dropped 3 straight, and they're on a long road trip, but yet road teams off of 3 straight road losses, a very impressive 323, 244, and 18. And you can kind of see why, because people are going to say, look, they're a little road weary. They haven't been playing well. It's near a pick 'em. We're going to fade them, but not so fast. In fact, now this is a very interesting scheduling anomaly. Anytime you have the way that the dynamics of NBA scheduling works, when you have a more rested team, roughly 2/3 of the time, it's the home team that's more rested. When you have a team that's more rested by at least 2 days, roughly 75% of the time, it's going to be the home team that is the much more rested. But because of the cancellation, the COVID cancellation, we've got the Bulls are the more rested team here. So when the road team has at least 2 more days rest, the road team, just betting it blindly, covers at a 53.5% rate, because that's one of those things that's going to sneak under the radar, because when you talk about home court advantage, it takes into account that usually the home team is the more rested, but not here. Our number 2 simulator gives Chicago a 56.3% chance of covering, and in fact, that was at 1 with the line going up. It's probably a little bit closer to 58%. Now, our top model does give a slight edge to the Bulls, but again, with that line move you mentioned, maybe even a little bit more of an edge, but it's certainly not contradictory. When I checked the injury report, same thing that I had this morning, it looks like Lauri Markkanen is going to play for the Bulls. He's missed a couple games because of the COVID. Darius Baisley, solid power forward for Oklahoma City. He's questionable. Maybe he's been upgraded to probable, which might be a reason for the line move. But he's, I don't know if he's going to be 100%. And, Ryan Archie Diacomo, he's also expected to play for the Bulls. So I do think that Chicago's in a nice spot here. And like I said, it's kind of a rare case where the road team is the much more rested team, in part because of the cancellation the other night. But I do like Chicago plus the points. W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the Bulls +2. Chris, what you got for Joe?
Yeah, I guess my main question here would be is, we're talking about the COVID cancellations and how prevalent they are in today's game. Do you find that at a certain point too much rest equals rust, or is it just, you kind of just got to take it one game at a time like we are here, where it's 4 days to 10 days as opposed to 2 days for the Thunder?
No, so it's definitely a fantastic question, Chris. And my rule, and I've researched it, and it kind of aligns with what I believe, that rest benefits the teams that need rest. In other words, a team that's playing poorly. So the fact that Chicago has been playing poorly, it benefits them. If Chicago had been on a 4-game winning streak, then the rest might actually hurt them. So for the most part, I think the rest benefits the teams that need to make adjustments. Slumping teams, rest is good. Red hot teams, rest isn't so good. You want to kind of stay in that groove.
All right, there from Joe Duffy. Years of experience here in the sports handicapping business. Into the 80s, Joe?
I started doing my 900 number in 1988, and I worked part-time while I was still in college for Dial Sports, going back to either 86, possibly even 85. I think it was 86 when I started.
Wow, a lot of decades there. 80s, 90s, 2010, 5 decades in this industry.
Yeah, this gray hair is real.
All right, so good night of action tonight. Of course, big weekend with NFL football. What you got going on over at Pigdog Premium?
Yeah, I do have 3 NBA plays for tonight, led by my highest rated play, a wise guy play. And I think what I'm going to have in store for this weekend is at least 1 NFL play on Saturday, and I think 2 on Sunday. But we're still finalizing those plays up. Yeah, we do have some NBA up for tonight, and it's been everything seemed to turn around once the new year started. We're back in the groove in both college basketball and the NBA.
That's right. Back in the groove, Joe Duffy. Check him out over at Pigdog Premium. Why not get that long-term pass? He's got a 7-day and a 3-day all-sports pass. Get all of Joe's plays. That would be the NFL playoffs, college basketball, the NBA. For that period of time there, 7 or 30 days, and get on board with that experience from Joe Duffy over at Pigdog Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. Good luck. Continued success this weekend, and we'll talk with you next week.
We'll talk to you next week, whatever day it happens to be.
Whatever day it happens to be, and we'll make sure we'll have the right Joe queued up, too.
All right, sounds good.
All right, everybody, Joe Duffy here on the drive through. We'll continue on here, and, of course, we'll bring on Las Vegas Joe D'Amico. He's up next here, as we'll get to him in beautiful Las Vegas. Sunny Las Vegas, Joe, how's it going today?
Everything is beautiful. I'm very excited. NHL is kicked off. We're into another week of the NFL playoffs. College basketball is full swing. I'm just very excited. Right around the corner from baseball again, and hopefully this season, like the seasons that I've just opened up, are going to be even more profitable. I'm very excited, Tony. I mean, I'm on a 15-3 overall sports run right now. And I'm just very excited. I'm very excited to be on the Friday Pickdog Show. As you know, Tony and Chris, my free games, I won again on the Wednesday show. It brings my free pick record on the Pickdog Show 40-12. Tony, Chris,
wow.
If the free picks are hitting 40-12, what do the paid games do? And I see, and it's so hot, even the guys on the show are buying my place. No, I'm kidding. I'm just very excited about this weekend. Very excited to be on the show, closing out the week with some of my favorite people in the world, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe D'Amico, we see you at the top of the leaderboards here, past 7 days. Outstanding work, over 1,000 units of profit, all documented over at Pigdog Premium. All right, Joe, you're going to be looking at this NBA game late night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. This one on NBC's on NBA League Pass channel has the Clippers on the road facing the Sacramento Kings, and we're seeing now LA Clippers laying 7, total 226.5.
Absolutely. Sports fans, LA is starting to gain some traction. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka and company, they're putting up some impressive numbers. They're averaging over 111 points a game, 111.8, and they're topping the NBA in both three-point and free throw percentage. Now, guys, that does not bode well for Sacto, for a Sacto team that ranks dead last or next last in every defensive category. The Kings, folks, they are point spread poison, covering just one game in the new year. And if you're keeping score, that's a 1-6 against the spread mark. Here's some more against the spread numbers, guys. LA 4-0 against the numbers of the last 4 in Sacramento. 8-2 against the numbers of the last 10 overall versus Sacramento. Guys, take the Clippers, and you will take your bookmaker's money tonight.
All right, Joe D'Amico here. We're just going to go ahead and take the Clippers laying. You can actually see here laying 7 in this one against the Sacramento Kings. In this one, also keep an eye on Buddy Hield's status here, a shooter there for the Kings. If he doesn't play, that's even better on your side here with the Clippers. Chris, what's your thoughts here on this Sacramento team? I mean, Luke Walton's running out of excuses, right? I mean, they've got to get together.
No, it's a young team, talented team. It's a team full of lottery picks. There's no reason that Luke Walton shouldn't have any sort of success here. If he doesn't, I think that speaks more to the person than I think that it does about the team.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, Joe, we know the numbers over there at Pigdog Premium. Let's go ahead and put up that graphic, Joe. Past 7 days, 1,050 units of profit, all documented. Big night tonight. Great weekend of football. What you got going on over at Pigdog Premium?
Well, Tony, guys, I'm very excited. I have one play remaining on the board tonight. My 12-2 college basketball Vegas insider move. And, guys, hottest college hoops capper on the planet. Won 8 of my last 9. And I only on Pigdogs have I kept the entire college basketball season up for just $3.75. Get on my hot streak right now, and its program pays for itself in the first few days. I've also posted a huge discount on the season for NHL. Honestly, you'll receive each and every winner I have straight through the Stanley Cup Finals for just about a nickel. And one more thing, sports fans, I was documented 4-1 in college football conference title games, 12-5 in bowl games, 2-1 last week in the NFL playoffs. That's 18-7 in football postseason this year. I have the winners of all 4 matchups already posted at Pigdogs this weekend, including my NFC Game of the Year. Guys, this is the time of year you need to follow a proven postseason winner, and I am it. Follow me this weekend, and I will make your entire NFL year.
Yeah, follow Joe D'Amico. The big games this weekend, NFL divisional round. You see the numbers here. Past 7 days, over 1,000 units of profit. Pick up at Joe's Place for tonight. Why not pick up one of those long-term passes? Get that 7 or 30-day pass. Get all of Joe's plays that he releases at Pigdogs. That would be NBA, college basketball, the NFL playoffs. He's now doing hockey this season. Get on board with the winner, Joe D'Amico, over at Pigdogs Premium. Joe, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Well, Tony, come on out. The sun is shining. The grill is hot. I got food going on. I got cold beers, and I've got enough suntan lotion for you. I got an extra Speedo in the other room, barely used. Come on down and join me. Chris, guys, everybody, good luck this week, and I love you guys and everybody out there. Good luck and have a winning day.
Good luck and have a winning day, everybody. Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. Check him out over at Pigdogs Premium. All right, we'll continue on here on the show. Just want to remind you guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Of course, it gets started here every day with Mitch in the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the computer show that precedes us at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Then, of course, our show, The Drive-Thru, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We got the MMA show on Wednesday. Of course, the weekend coverage is Mitch at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Rod, Chris, Brian Bitler, and Ron Romanelli there. So be sure to subscribe and tune into those shows. And, of course, this weekend, Mitch's halftime shows, halftime picks from every divisional game. So make sure you have that portable device with you and tune into Mitch's halftime shows this weekend. All right, Chris. Of course, we always say to smash that like button. We always get a lot of reminders here from the chat room. They give us a lot of help. We appreciate that. Corey Robertson as well. Of course, you know, Chris, this definitely helps us out.
Yeah, it helps us out a ton. It doesn't. We always say it doesn't cost anybody a thing. You gotta go right underneath the video. You're already watching the feed as it is. Just hit the thumbs up for us. Helps us get our product out, helps us on the YouTube rankings, helps us, get more eyes on our product, see all the great stuff that we're doing over at Pigdogs Sports Chat Place. We love all the support. We love our Pigdogs family, so thank you for all the support.
Thank you for all the support and for smashing that like button to help us out here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on with our coverage here, and let's welcome making his debut. You've seen him at top of the leaderboards over at Pigdog Premium. It's Joanne Fritz. Joanne, how you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? I'm doing all right.
Oh, you're doing better than all right, man. I'm looking at you at top of the leaderboard, just doing very well. So you've got it going.
Yeah, man, I'm just putting in the work, taking it day by day.
That's what you got to do. Why don't you give us, of course, your debut and your show. Why don't you give us a little background about yourself and pretty much the sports that you really like?
Yeah, so I'm from Boston, born and raised. Grew up, I'm a sports guy, watching sports, playing sports. Through high school, and that's basically just about it.
All right, so you're really not.
The sports that I like. I'm sorry. The sports that I bet on: basketball, NBA, NCAA basketball, football, NFL, college, baseball. Those are my sports in my wheelhouse.
All right, your sportsman we have from Joanne. All right, Joanne, you're going to be looking at this game here. Wisconsin Rutgers. Looks like Wisconsin laying 3 here. This one 133.5.
Yeah, so I'm taking the struggling home dog, Rutgers. Now I know they lost their last 3 to Iowa, OSU, and MSU, but it seems that they have Wisconsin's number. In the last 5 games against the spread, they're 4-1. 2 of those that they won outright at the rack. In the last 6 games, they're 4-1-1 against the spread at home. And while Wisconsin is efficient both offensively and defensively, how can I say this? They like to play perimeter ball. They don't like to mix it up. And they're the slowest paced team in the Big Ten. That should bode well for Rutgers, who are more athletic, and they need to get it going. So the time is now for them.
Absolutely. So Rutgers here +3 against Wisconsin. You know, Chris, you got to look at this Rutgers team a little differently now. As you should in the past, because they play well at home.
Yeah, I think the stigma was always for Rutgers that you get to conference play and they choke it up. Not anymore. Ron Harper Jr., Montez Mathis. This is a great Rutgers team. I like Rutgers +3 as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, so agreement there with Rutgers +3. All right, Joanne, we see at top of leaderboards. We're going to put up your numbers here, and these numbers are all documented over at Pigdog Premium. As you can see, over 1,160 units of profit past 7 days documented, doing very well in college hoops, NBA. What you got going on over at Pigdog Premium?
Well, tonight I have my Free Money Friday, both on the NCAA side. I have a 3-pack there, and also have my NBA game of the night. I'm 5-0 in the NBA, so y'all should hop up on that. I also have my 3-day pass. That's the 3-day 5-pack pass. I have my Just Win 7-day pass, and I have my Road to Riches monthly pass.
All right, guys, you heard there from Joanne Fritz. He is doing great work over at Pigdog Premium. When I pick up one of those long-term passes, let's say you get the 3-day, get his NBA, college basketball, those NFL playoffs, then do that upgrade to 30-day with your winnings. That's the way to do it. Or if you just want to step right in and get that 30-day all sports, you can see all the plays documented over at Pigdog Premium because Joanne does great work there at the site. All right, Joanne, is a great start to the show. Your first appearance. We look forward to more from you next week. Continue that success.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, everybody. Joanne Fritz here on the drive through. Man, he's just come on the board, Chris, and has been on fire.
Oh man, absolutely! It's one of our newest cappers that you definitely have to keep an eye out for. There's no fluke that he made it to the top of the leaderboards. This guy knows his stuff. So, well done, Jovan, and I can't wait to see what else is coming in the future for him.
Oh, yeah, Jovan, really good work. Great analysis here on the Plick with the Rutgers. Broke it down well. I like his breakdown with Wisconsin's style of play here against the style of Rutgers. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-through. Now it's time for the co-host. Is it the co-host? Yes, Chris Ruffalo. This is a game I like myself. You're going to be looking at this Cleveland State-Wright State game. This one on ESPN3 at 7 p.m. Eastern time with Wright State favored 9.5. There are some 9s popping up. Total sits at 138.
Yeah, this was definitely one that really caught my eye when I was sorting through the card because, these are two teams. Yes, you have Wright State, who's been in the class of the Horizon League for a long time now. You've got your Wright States and your Northern Kentuckys. But Cleveland State was a team that only won a handful of games. It was our last year or 2 years, not a very good team. But out of nowhere, Cleveland State's kind of come up. They've locked up the defense. They're playing really well defensively. They've sold some of the best teams in the conference. And now they're coming in with an 8-game win streak, and they're getting 9.5 points against the Wright. Hasn't been able to close out games at these bigger. We saw Wright State as a 12.5-point favorite against Youngstown State. It's happened to them multiple times this season where they're getting these bigger numbers, and Wright State isn't covering them, and occasionally they're actually losing the game outright. So you know what, Cleveland State coming in, better team. They're right up there with Wright State, in terms of defensive efficiency. I think this is going to be a battle. I think this is a game where the odds makers have it all wrong. I think this is a 3-4 point game max. I'm taking the points as a gift here with Cleveland State. I think we may not even need it. This is potential for a Cleveland State money line as well. I think this is going to be a battle, and I think we're going to be in great shape with the points.
Yeah, a defensive style game. I think getting the 3 possessions in a defensive style conference game like this, I think you're right on track there, Chris Ruffalo. All right, Chris, we know your numbers in college hoops. They have been outstanding, on fire. What you got going on over at Pigdog Premium?
Well, you know what, we had our Friday package go off today for college hoops. We got my platinum NHL pick going on as well for later tonight. Or, you know, what I'm going to do for people in the drive-thru. You guys know I love repurposing stuff and throwing stuff out just for people who watch the drive-thru. Appreciate the support, so I'm going to throw something out for you guys. I'm going to have a 3-pack up on the website momentarily. It's going to be $29.95. You're going to get 2 college hoops picks from tonight, as well as a bonus NHL play that you can only get with my longer-term subscriptions or in this package. This is going to put money in your pocket tonight heading into the weekend a winner. It's going to build up your bankroll. Speaking of, you know, building that bankroll, get on one of those longer-term passes. Those are going to be your best strategy for success long term. It's going to save you money while you're making money. And guys, you know what? You can see those results. I've got my college basketball season pass still up there, so we're going to make you a ton of money over the next few months, and we're going to make it going forward. So hop on one of those at sportschatplace.com, pigdogs.com premium.
That's right, guys. Check out Chris Ruffalo over at Pigdog Premium. You see the numbers, over 1,600 units of profit. Huge card from college basketball on Saturday. We got some Sunday action. Why not get that 3-day pass? Not only get Chris's play some college hoops, you'll also get his NFL playoff picks, NBA, NHL. A good time to get that 3-day. And, of course, on Monday when it's time to renew, then you make that upgrade to that 30-day all sports pass, and that'll get you going for the rest of the month. All right, Chris, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to bring back Brian Bitler. You'll find Brian over at Pigdogs Premium. Of course, he's doing very good work, Brian, in both NBA and college hoops.
Yeah, I got my eye on Chris Ruffalo. He has that top spot, and, you know, it's tough to be the top dog. Everybody gunning for you. But, I'm just going to do the best I can, and hopefully we can both close out the season with 60% or more winners.
Well, you were the top dog in college football there, Brian, and you held it to the end.
Barely. It wasn't the greatest college football season for me, but, you know, anytime you're making good money at the end of the year, then I'll chalk that one up.
And then we're looking at the leaderboards here in college and NBA. You're right up there as well. So you're going to be looking at the TV game. ESPN will televise top of the hour, Dallas Mavericks, Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee up to an 8-point favorite. Total sits here at 230.5.
I'll tell you, the Dallas Mavericks have won 4 straight games. They're finally starting to get a little bit healthier. And Milwaukee Bucks, you know, they're always a solid squad. But for me, I'm looking at Milwaukee Bucks have the Brooklyn Nets on deck. That's a big game for them in the Eastern Conference. Mavs 4-0 against the spread the last 4. Mavs coming into this game 12-3-2, the last 17 against the Bucks. So for me, this is a ton of points here with the Dallas Mavericks. I think they keep it within 4 or 5 points and get the cover for you.
All right. Brian says go ahead and take this. The Dallas Mavericks take the points here against the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, Chris, what's your overall thoughts on this Dallas team? Of course, Porzingis now coming in with Doncic. How do you think this is a team that can go far in the postseason, and a team that you like to look at as dogs? They performed well as dogs this year.
No, they have, and I just think it's all going to obviously stay with the caveat that Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis have to stay healthy. And right now, I think they also need to add a little bit of depth. That's the thing, is that the focus is on Porzingis and Doncic. There's got to be some secondary scoring coming there. So that's my concern. They can do that. They're going to be a dark horse to watch.
No doubt about that. All right, Brian, we got your pick up here again. It's Dallas Mavericks plus the 8 against Milwaukee Bucks. That's your ESPN TV game, top of the hour. Let's go ahead and put up the numbers here, Brian. Over 575 units of profit NBA, approaching 300 units college basketball. What you got going on over at Pigdogs Premium?
I'll tell you what, man. I've started off the NBA season 18-11, 62% winners. Tonight you get my NBA golden ticket, just $30 at pickdogs.com. Now, if you want something for the weekend, NFL last 4 years of playoff picks, I've hit 63% winners. You can get all my NFL playoff picks for tomorrow, my college basketball, NBA, 3 days worth of picks for under $100, $99.95, pickdogs.com, premium pick section. Pick up that 3-day pass.
Yeah, get that 3-day pass from Brian Bitler. You see the numbers here documented. He just come off the #1 ranking in college football. He's on his way here in the NBA and college hoops. Pick up that 3-day pass from Brian right now over at Pigdog Premium. Take advantage of that NFL action as well as hoops. All right, Brian, you always bookend the show. Have yourself a great weekend. Continue that success. You bookend it, so you're back Monday.
I'm back Monday, but tomorrow morning I got a date with Chris Ruffalo and the rest of the guys. We're going to be getting up early, giving out lots of free winners. I'll catch you tomorrow, Chris. See you on Monday, Tony.
I can't wait, Brian. I can't wait.
That's right. It is the morning show every day. Every day. Tomorrow will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Chris, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bitler, and Ron Romanelli on the weekends will get you through this card. College hoops, NBA, a little bit of hockey, and, of course, the NFL divisional round of playoffs Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time right here on these channels, Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. And of course, don't forget the halftime show from Mitch. 2 shows Saturday and Sunday for each game. Get that halftime pick from Mitch. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. And just wanted to remind everybody as we cue in Jeff Jeter, smash that like button. Help us out. Help us move up those rankings. We'll always continue to deliver you with quality free picks from our staff here at Pick Dogs. All right, let's bring him in. Jeff Jeter, you'll find him over at Pigdogs Premium. Jeff, how you doing?
Oh, doing great, Tony. We're just 4 weeks removed here from the Daytona 500 with NASCAR coming up, so getting excited about that, and just a ton going on here with the NFL playoffs and NBA and everything just starting now. It's just so awesome.
So awesome. Great news. Baseball looks like they're going to start on time, so really good news here. And let's get it going here. 7:30 Eastern Time, ESPN Plus, I believe it is. ESPN Plus will televise UTSA at Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech will be laying 8. Total sits here at 150.
Yeah, and then you can just look at UTSA, the Roadrunners, man. They're just awful on the road this season. And they're 0-5 straight up, as well as, ATS. And, the thing of it is, the Roadrunners are giving up, 81.2 points per game to opponents, which is 319 in Division I right now. And this is closer to almost at the bottom. And anyway, but now while the Roadrunners do average 72.6 points per game, a lot of that comes from, that fast pace that they do play. So that kind of is a stat that gets a little bit, overlooked. But the thing of it is, they're not as efficient with their shots and all that good stuff. But, overall statistically there. So, and the thing of it is, look on the other side here, Louisiana Tech, offensively, they put up, similar numbers to UTSA, offensively, but defensively, they're just Louisiana Tech's way better. Bulldogs are only allowing 66.9 points per game, which is including the 53rd best overall in Division I shooting percentage, overall shooting at 40.3%. But in this game, I think like we talked about, like Chris and the guys talked about on the morning show, the Bulldogs are just the way to go in this one. I mean, if you want to, obviously lay the points with this one, but if you want to go look at that alternate point spread and go up a little bit, I'd be willing to go up to 11.5 myself, So, but take advantage of this one tonight. I think the Roadrunners are going to be in for a hurting tonight.
All right, Jeff Jeter here says Louisiana Tech minus the 8 here against UTSA. Chris, what you got for Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest thing for this one is where do you factor sort of trends into everything? I mean, I know you obviously watch a lot of the games, and think where do you use, because I can tell you UTSA 0-5 against the spread on the road. Does that factor into anything? I know I asked Mitch about it yesterday, because college, the teams are always changing. So how much do you invest in long-term trends?
As we get statistical data, kind of throughout the season, I mean, I don't start it from the get-go. I usually weigh more trends a little more as we go into the season, as well as, we got to look at, did injuries happen? There's a lot of things going in, but I don't weigh, it's not 100% of how I weigh 100% of what I weigh into making a decision on a team. And so it's a good part of it. I mean, but as we get more data, more sample size, that's one thing I factor trends in a little more as we get through the season. So.
All right, that's Jeff Jeter there, Louisiana Tech, laying the points against UTSA and with Chris. All right, Jeff, big weekend coming up, a nice night of hoops. What you got going on over at Pigdog Premium?
Yeah, and I had my 5-pack go off a little bit earlier here for some of these early games, but went ahead, did a little repurposing, got late 3-pack up for you guys, my 3-point play here on Friday. That still includes both of my NBA picks for tonight as well as one from college, so don't forget about that. Of course, got NFL playoffs coming up this weekend as well as just a huge slate of college basketball tomorrow, and as well as the NBA on Saturday and Sunday. Great time to hop on one of those 3-day passes as well. One of the best values you can get, and just get on it, man. This is a busy time for us, and we love it.
That's right. A busy time. Get on board here with Jeff Jeter. He's got his 7-day, 30-day all-sports pass. And we're repurposing a package for tonight, so check him out over at Pigdog Premium. Get that 1-day pass and make that upgrade and get it on his football for this weekend. All right, Jeff, as always, great having you on the show. Continue your success, and we'll talk with you next week.
All right.
All right, everybody. Jeff Jeter here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on. It's time to talk some English Premier Soccer. Let's bring our buddy Goran Kukar. Goran, how are you doing?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. I'm good. Another great weekend in front of us, and the EPL is back.
Yes, it is. It is back, and you're going to be looking at this Fulham and Chelsea game. Why don't you let us know what your thoughts on this one is?
Yeah, well, Fulham hasn't lost in their last 6 games, and they have some decent things happening for them, but they were playing against Tottenham earlier this week, and that game ended in a 1-1 draw. And I got to tell you, the way that Tottenham plays really suits Fulham, which I don't think it will be the case in this game against Chelsea, because Chelsea likes to play fast, offensive soccer. They have been in a bad form as of late. They have won only one of their last 6 games in the EPL, but I'm not sure why they are not the bigger favorites here, and I'm going to take advantage of that, because I don't think Chelsea is going to get anything but win in this game, and I see them scoring at least 3 goals here, and it's time for them to get back to the top 5 and even closer to the top 4, maybe even to the title race. Yeah, and I'm going to take Chelsea, and over 2.5 for plus 137 is now actually, so I'm going to take a huge advantage of that, and I encourage everybody to take that price.
All right. Goran says take Fulham, Chelsea, over 2.5 goals, and Chelsea to win. Both have to come in. Your return now is plus 137 on that game. Chris, you've been keeping an eye on the EPL, of course, with all the hoops and football going.
That's my favorite league to watch, just because I think that was normally what was on Saturday and Sunday mornings when I'd flip over the TV, because none of the games started up to that point. But yeah, definitely the EPL, one of my favorites. As much as I like to get trashed for being an Everton fan, it's still worth it.
All right, still worth it. All right, Goran, let's go ahead and put up your numbers over at Pigdog Premium. We're seeing your past 30 days over 920 units of profit. Big weekend EPL, European soccer. What you got going on over at Pigdog Premium?
Yeah, there is a 3-day and 7-day pack are up there as usual, and there's a season pack there as well, and the price went down on that package because the half the season is over now. So and a lot of free content as well as usual on the Sport Chat place.
All right, guys, check them out. You see the numbers there, over 920 units of profit documented past 30 days over at Pigdog Premium. That 3 or 7 day pass is the way to go, or get his half-season EPL pass right now over at Pigdogs. All right, Goran, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, everybody, Goran Kukar here on the drive-through. All right, guys, by the way, just want to let you know, if you happen to miss any of the picks on the show, stay tuned. At the end of the show, we'll recap every play. And, of course, they all go. The earliest they'll go off at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so you'll have plenty of time to get your bets in. So let's continue on. It's now yours truly. It's time for my pick for today's show. And we're going to look at this Pelicans and Lakers game. We're going to go over the total of 220. We know LA is the top shooting team in the league, hitting over 49% from the floor, approaching 40% from three. One thing you didn't know, when you look at the efficiency ratings, look at the Lakers at home. Their defense is not as sharp, but they sit 17th in the league, allowing 110 points per 100 possessions. They also play at a faster pace on their home court. Now, we know the Pelicans, they've surrendered 116 or greater points in 3 of their past 4 games. Their second leading scorer, Zion Williamson, expected to return off that false positive that we heard about. But he does have poor defensive ratings. Now, Lonzo Ball is out, but his offensive ratings have not been very good when you go player by player and look at their offensive efficiency for each individual player. So for that reason, I'll take the Pelicans-Lakers over a total of 220. And Chris, what do you make out of this Pelicans team? Just a lot of young talent meshed together.
It's a lot. It is a lot of young talent. It's just been sort of, I don't want to say thrown together, but it's a mishmash. And this is just a team that's you could tell it's a team that's drafted in the lottery. They've made moves, getting rid of Anthony Davis, ironically playing the Lakers tonight. But I think it's just a young core that's it's going to take a couple years to mature. And once it matures, and once these guys start getting familiar with each other, and get cohesion going, this is going to be a scary team. This is a very good team like Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson. Is going to be a team to watch down the road. I think they just need that cohesion. It's what they're missing.
That's absolutely no doubt about that. Right, guys? I have a 3-pack right now over at Pigdog Premium. Or, of course, you can pick up one of my 7 and 30 all sports passes over at Pigdog Premium. So check me out over there. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-through. And, of course, this is the time where we go ahead and recap the picks from today. All right, Jeff Jeter joined us here for this segment as he does on Fridays. Joe Duffy led us off. He was on the Bulls plus the 2 against the Thunder. Shot for the best line on this one. Joe D'Amico, LA Clippers -7 I'm seeing now against Sacramento Kings. Joanne made his debut with Rutgers plus a 3 against Wisconsin. Chris Ruffalo, Cleveland State plus 9.5 against Wright State. Brian Bitler, Dallas Mavericks plus 8 against Milwaukee. Jeff Jeter, Louisiana Tech, laying the 8 against UTSA. Goran, take Fulham and Chelsea over 2.5 goals with Chelsea to win. Both those got to come in. The return plus 137 odds. Now, yours truly was on Lakers and Pelicans over the total of 220. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I've got to agree with my morning show brother. I love Brian's Dallas Mavericks plus the 8 against Milwaukee Bucks. I just think Milwaukee, a very public team, and they're not playing very well right now. So I think this is where we're getting some great value on the Mavs.
All right, let's go over to Jeff. Jeff, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
It's hard. It's hard not to go with Joe Vaughn's Rutgers plus 3 picker, but against Wisconsin, and that's one of those picks I almost made today, the premium area. But I love that pick, and welcome Joe Vaughn here to the team, and I love that pick. It's awesome.
All right, and I'll go with Chris. I like Cleveland State plus a 9.5. I think this will be less than a 3-possession result against Wright State in this one at 7 Eastern time on the drive-through. All right, guys, reminder, we're back here Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, but it gets started this weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday and Sunday with the morning show. Mitch, Chris, Ron Zawacki, Brian Bitler, Ron Ramanelli sits in on the weekends. They'll get you started for all the action on the weekends. Of course, don't forget the halftime shows from Mitch. 2 halftime shows, Saturday and Sunday for the divisional round of the playoffs. Get those halftime picks from Mitch. You got to have that portable device and have those notifications set, because when that game goes to half, Mitch goes live so you can get those free picks. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the crew for tonight's show. Let's give everyone a wave goodbye. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you guys back on the drive.